Alright, so I uploaded a video today, and we already have an update to the situation, which is crazy. I don't think anything like this has ever happened here on the channel, where literally just a few hours later, we just have an update to an entire video. But I made that video yesterday, and it sat dormant for almost an entire day because it was demonetized, and I was waiting for YouTube to review my appeal because, you know, you can't say anything on YouTube anymore, even though you bleep out the swear words and everything. These fools are just so easy to offend, apparently, on their automated bots and whatnot, that they will demonetize anything. So it came out today, and literally like an hour after I published this video, after it gets remonetized and whatnot, they publish all these articles saying that the woman in that video is facing 2 to 20 years in her charge for licking this ice cream and putting it back on the shelf. Now, if you're somehow unaware of what's going on, this is the first you've seen, you didn't see the last video. A quick wrap up, basically there was a viral video going around online that shows this woman licking a tub of ice cream before she puts it back on a shelf, and she was sick at the time, which means that she possibly contaminated this food product before putting it back on a shelf. Obviously could have gotten somebody sick. It actually did encourage, it seems, other people to copycat this behavior, as now other videos of people doing the same thing, licking ice cream, eating ice cream, putting it back on the shelves, are now popping up on social media. And, doing other things with other products like mouthwash and deodorant have also begun to pop up. Basically, people just going around acting like fools in grocery stores. It's disgusting, but I mean, that's the gist of what's going on. I could sit here and re-rant about this for 45 minutes if I wanted to, but, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's going on here, because there's a lot to talk about here. They have gone through, they have done a full investigation, she could be facing a felony charge, and there's a lot to talk about with this update. So we have a news article here, and it says a viral video of a woman opening a container of Bluebell, licking the ice cream, and placing the container back in the freezer has been linked to a Walmart in Lufkin, Texas. Bluebell says staff recognized the location in the video where the malicious act of food tampering took place, according to a statement on Bluebell's website. I'm not necessarily sure how they figured this one out, because I figure that a lot of these places, especially Walmarts, all kind of look the same on the inside, but I am kind of glad, honestly, that they figured out where this took place, because if they didn't, I mean, how were they honestly going to find out where this took place? I'm just glad that they figured out where it happened. That way they could get the contaminated ice cream off of the shelf, and then they could also kind of check the surveillance cameras and stuff like that to, figure out what was going on and get all the evidence that they needed, really, to kind of, I guess, take this further on down the road when it comes to prosecuting this woman for doing what she did. Now, another thing I want to bring up is it's great to see that Bluebell took this as seriously as they did. They have been very, I guess, proactive in leading this investigation. Obviously, it's a good thing, because number one, it's a PR nightmare for a company like this when a video of their ice cream getting licked and put on the shelf comes up, and, they just look horrible when something like that happens, but also because, somebody could really get sick from something like this. I just like to see them cooperate, that's great. So, Bluebell inspected the freezer where the licking incident took place and said it believes that it located the half-gallon of tin roof that was, quote, tampered with. The statement said she could face a second-degree felony charge of tampering with a consumer product. The Lufkin Police Department said in an email statement to NBC News, the charge comes with a 2 to 20-year prison term and up to $10,000 in fines, according to Texas State Penal Code. Now, this is where things are starting to get severe, and this is where the main talking point is going to come in for today. Now, a second-degree felony is extremely serious. 2 to 20 years, we're talking, I mean, obviously, that's life-changing. That's serious time. We're not talking, a 30-day charge here. This is, up to 20 years. Now, I'm going to keep it a $1.50 with you here. I don't think she's going to get 20 years for this. I know a lot of people have been tweeting at me ever since these articles have come out, saying, oh my God, she might get up to 20 years. I don't think it's going to happen. Realistically speaking, I mean, I would say if any case was ever going to get like a 20-year term for something like this, it would be if somebody was like, poisoning thousands of candy bars or something and was killing people, I don't think, licking one thing of ice cream, nobody getting sick from it, something like that would carry a 20-year prison term. However, you never know. The $10,000 in fines, I can almost guarantee, just based off the ratchetness that we saw in this video, I doubt she's paying a $10,000 fine. But I mean, even a 2-year minimum term, I mean, I can almost guarantee that this person never saw this coming over some ice cream. And like I said, clout is a hell of a drug. They did this to get some attention online and to spark some attention to themselves and to start whatever that, they wanted to encourage people to do this to get people sick. Was it really worth it? Was licking this ice cream worth 2 to possibly 20 years if you get the wrong judge or jury that really wants to throw the book at you over something this stupid? I mean, I'm not saying it isn't possible that she gets 20 years, but it just isn't likely, at least in my opinion. I am no lawyer at the end of the day. I would just say, logically speaking, I don't see that happening. But I mean, the police department is the one saying this. So they are aware of what's going down. And this is their local police. This isn't some random police department. So they're the ones investigating this alongside, Bluebell and this Walmart. I'm assuming they have all the evidence they need to convict the people who are behind this. And considering that the people on Twitter had this woman's name, Instagram, her general location and whatnot within a few days of this video first surfacing, I can almost guarantee you that the police department is already well aware of exactly who this is in the video and exactly what's going on. Now, I saw a bunch of people on Twitter who were trying to say, and you know how people are, they just make shit up, and I don't understand this. People just make things up simply because I don't even understand. People were saying, well, she paid for it. It was staged. She was paying for the ice cream so she could do this, and she faked putting it back on the shelf, but she bought the ice cream. No, she didn't. I don't know why people would ever make this up. I don't know why people are spreading this misinformation. That never happened. And if you literally read any of these articles, that's not the case at all, because Bluebell actually openly stated that they located the actual half-gallon that was tampered with. And if you remember from the first video where they stated that during the process of making and packaging the ice cream, that it's, when they package it, they create a natural seal when the ice cream is freezed in and whatnot in the packaging, and that when it's opened, it breaks that natural barrier and whatnot that's created during the sealing. They can pretty, I would say easily, considering they're the ones who do the packaging, figure out which one would be tampered with. They're the ones who say they have it. So please stop spreading misinformation. If you don't know what you're talking about, just don't say some stupid, just ignorant stuff. I mean, it's insane that people will just make things up. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. It's insane to me that people would even make that up. But apparently the company removed all of these gallons, half gallons, whatever they are, of this specific flavor out of abundance of caution and whatnot. But the police department's taking over the investigation and whatnot. Apparently the police departments from San Antonio all the way to Houston and Texas were investigating their Walmart stores and whatnot. And it ended up in Lufkin. Apparently that's how they figured all this out. But I mean, for those of you who don't believe that they left the store without the ice cream, I mean, here you go. I mean, you can look in those carts and tell that that's not ice cream in any of those bags. Any of those bags. You can take a look and check. That's not ice cream in any of those. And they said that they found the one that was tampered with. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. Apparently Wednesday morning, police said that Bluebell asked the district managers if they could identify the store. A manager in the Lufkin area said that they recognized their Walmart or whatnot. The police say they believe they identified the woman and that they're going to continue the investigation. They said they don't know for sure whether or not they've identified whether or not for sure this is the suspect or not. You know how police are, they can't just be like, oh, we think this is who it is. They go out and arrest some random person and it doesn't turn up to be them. They said they're waiting to finally verify the identity of this person, and then once they do that, they're going to issue an arrest warrant. And apparently that arrest warrant is going to contain, contaminating a consumer product. And another thing that I would like to add here is investigators are also in discussions with the FDA, which, by the way, is a federal agency, to actually discuss, additional federal charges. So we're not talking more misdemeanors or anything. We're talking additional felony charges possibly being added to this case if the FDA decides to get involved. So the local police are already trying to issue an arrest warrant if they can identify who this is, which they think they already have who it is, but they're not 100 on this. But we're talking the feds, okay? This isn't some little police department out here in the middle of Texas. We're talking the federal government. This is getting serious. This is no longer some small little Twitter video. They are really trying to make an example out of this woman, and honestly, I don't feel bad for her. For some reason, people are talking about they're doing overkill here. This is not overkill. This woman legitimately could have killed somebody. I think people really underestimate how dangerous the flu really can be. I mean, you get some elderly person who buys that ice cream who has like a compromised immune system, and it's over. Just because they bought the wrong tub of ice cream because this woman wanted some clout and somebody dies. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a joke. This isn't funny. You don't go around playing with people's food and their health and their safety like that so you can get some virality on the internet. That's not how this works. And apparently Texas doesn't play that game because we're talking 2 to 20 years in prison. And honestly, that's what happens. I mean, I've been trying to tell you guys, clout's a drug. They will do whatever they can get to get it, man. And unfortunately for her, she just didn't read up on her law before she decided to go into a Walmart and lick that ice cream and put it back in the shelf because she's talking 2 to 20, man. That's crazy. Like I said, I don't think she's gonna get 20, but I mean, sheesh, 2 years still? 2 years of your life gone, and that's a permanent charge. Like, that's not gonna get expunged off your record. For the rest of your life, every job application you ever write, you know, hey, why did you get a contaminated, consumer product? Oh, I was trying to get clout online, so I contaminated a food product in a Walmart. And I'm one of the most famous examples of this pretty much in human history, it seems like. I went viral on the internet, and the most famous I've ever been is because a video of me is online for the rest of my life because of this. It's just garbage human beings, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand the mentality of it, man. But I really hope it was worth it, that lick of ice cream. Honestly, I don't even know if 10 Roof is that good of a flavor. I mean, can somebody verify this for me? Is it really worth the lick for 2 years? I don't get it, man. Can somebody explain it to me? Can we get some clout addicts in the comment to understand and verify this for us? I mean, I'm not getting it. I mean, that's gonna be it for this video. If there's any other major or significant updates, especially if it comes to the other story, because I mean, there was another video, and I'm assuming that he's probably gonna be charged too, because it's going viral as well, and people are also trying to identify that person as well. I will update you guys on that as well, but I mean, this is what happens when you do stupid things and record yourselves. I've been trying to tell people, do not record yourself committing crimes. It does not work out in your favor, so thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me over on Twitter at Optimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, ruining his life over a lick of ice cream in a Walmart, and signing out.